uh, essentially, a lot of firms, as you said, don't really rely on firms for this particular field, because not a lot of firms do a lot of job, work on this job. So, say for example, and personally, I've been a part of a data privacy company for a really long time. Also, I've interned at Reina Legal, which is based out of Bombay and Gurgaon, and I've worked with them also in the data privacy team. But my interaction and my association to a general corporate or any M&E team as such is negligible. It's no. There's been one place where I worked in an IBC team, but other than that, it's no. So how do you think I should go about if, say, I do want to enter into Gen Corp or M&A, and I am in my 4th year and all of that stuff involved?
Okay, so that way, if you are genuinely interested in getting the exposure to decide that, like I said, 4th year students have 15 months before you graduate. So divide your time into quarters. You've already built your tech profile so far. Now focus on just corporate internships. You can always start with tier 2, tier 3. Tier 2 आपको easily मिल जाएगी because you do have exposure, work exposure. So based on that, and then you can write a few articles or a blog post, and then show any kind of previous knowledge related to exposure related to corp you have. Secondly, see your within your company secretary module or your company's act, all those chapters related to share purchase, equity shares and all, that knowledge becomes very important when you're applying for a transaction team, right? Then your chapter around M&A. So if you have good knowledge about these two chapters, especially these two, along with some of the very important SEBI regulations like ICDR, LODR regulations, if you have good hold of takeover code on your own, I'm not saying internship experience or any other experience, just the bare law, go back to the bare law, read it inside out, go back to it again and again. And if your fundas are very clear, then you can definitely apply for an internship, and your chances of conversion will also increase, because there are certain firms which will not give you an internship directly, but they do have like an interview model where they say that, like, for internship also we'll be interviewing you. If during that interview you are able to show that yes, I have knowledge about these things, if I'm applying for an M&A team, I have knowledge about the takeover code and the other two regulations, which at the bare minimum, like something I should be aware of, that should be sufficient enough to give you that first tier 2 exposure. And accordingly, you, like, out of the 5 quarters of 3 months each, do 2 quarters of corporate internship, and then in the 3rd quarter you decide whether you still want to continue with corporate, or maybe whether you want to go back to tech for one more time. And then 4th quarter you apply for callback or sit for the PPO accordingly. So that way you can plan, so that you don't have to take the call कि नहीं मुझे आज ही decide करना है कि मैं M&A में जाऊंगा without exposure या data में ही जाऊंगा. Keep your options open. You still have time to take that call, provided you plan things in a structured manner.
Right, ma'am. That's about it, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Most welcome. All the best.